All right, San Diego State football returning to the Mesa Fan Fest Saturday, Snapdragon Stadium. We're just over 3 weeks out. Aztecs, Texas A&M Commerce. Our pleasure right now to be joined in the home of the Aztecs by Dalesean Staley, Aztec junior safety. He was a freshman All-American at Northern Iowa playing FCS football. He's transferred from Northern Iowa, which is a place that I actually visited at one point. Calling, I think, college basketball like 20 years ago. It was as cold as I've ever been. I kid you not. This is like the coldest place on earth, Northern Iowa. You go from Northern Iowa to San Diego State, sunny San Diego. First of all, Dalesean, thanks for joining us. Isn't this kind of like a 180 going from Northern Iowa in those winters to San Diego? And thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. And yes, it is a 180. Coming from Iowa, we got high winds, windy area. When it's cold, the sun's denying. It'll be sunny out. You think it's going to be hot outside, it's cold. So, no, it's most definitely a 180. I love California. Love the weather out here.
Dalesean, we know what you can do on the football field. Off the football field, when you're in San Diego, what are some California habits, if you will, that you've picked up?
Southern California, I say, like, going to the beach. I be going to the beach every once in a while just to calm down, listen to the ocean waves. I also like to went hiking before to go see some of the views of the mountains and stuff, and start eating a lot of Mexican food. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I say those are some of the traits that I picked up.
Well, you've acclimated well. Dalesean Staley with us right now on the home of the Aztecs, San Diego Sports 760. So what do you expect this adjustment to be like, going from FCS football? I mean, this is commonplace. There's a lot of players that go from FCS to FBS. What's the biggest difference, or what do you expect the biggest difference to be as you transition to FBS?
I don't feel like there's a difference at all. There's a lot of people that's in FCS that would be FBS players if they had the shot. I play against some great players, some great people that are in the league right now, like Benny Sapp the third. He plays for the Green Bay Packers. He had transferred from Minnesota to UNI, FBS to a FCS, and still made it. So, I feel like it doesn't really matter where you start. As long as you put your heart to it and just keep grinding, I feel like you're going to get a shot. So I feel like there wouldn't be no difference. Everybody ball players. There's ball players everywhere and all kinds of levels. So I feel like there's no difference.
What was the journey for you, Dalesean, from starting at UNI to now at San Diego State?
The journey, like the transfer portal journey?
Yeah, what was it about San Diego State that attracted you from a program like UNI?
I love the coaches. The coaches were all high energy, like Coach McGuirk and Coach CJ. Those guys, they basically made it feel like they was going to get me to the next level, and they felt like they could coach me there. They knew my old coach, Coach J.J. Johnson, at Kent State, and Coach J.J. was just telling me how good these guys are. They're going to push me. And so that's exactly what they're doing here, Coach CJ, for sure. And so just the connections that they had built with me, it was just like no other.
So when you were at Northern Iowa, and again, Dalesean Staley is with us, Aztec junior safety, were you playing typically corner, or were you playing safety, and what do you expect to play here at San Diego State?
I was playing free safety at University of Northern Iowa all my years since I got there. Started off in the boundary, and they put me in the field my freshman year, and I've been in the field ever since. And out here they got me playing the boundary, the rover safety, so I'm more down in the fit and get more physical, and that's what I like.
So in this role here, the 4-2-5 specifically, what are you transitioning from? Like you said, at UNI, you're moving now over to a boundary. What are your responsibilities? How does it change in this 4-2-5 defense?
I feel like it hasn't changed at all, but I say the edge rushes are for sure getting off there faster. But it hasn't. We was at a 4-3-4 at University of Northern Iowa, and our nickel was basically like a DB. He could play either way, so I'm kind of used to having 5 DBs out there on the field with us. And so, but I just say that at the nickel spot is much faster for sure because he's a pure DB, Deshaun McEwen. And so I would just say that like the defense out here, I feel like is more faster. It's faster, which is the motto, Aztec fast. So yeah.
Dalesean, are there any moments that you were in at UNI that stick with you that you take as an extra source of motivation now that you're at San Diego State?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say the stats that I have put up, of course, it just isn't me that's out there doing it. It's also out to my team. But the stats that I have put up, just look for the ball. I like to get the ball. I'm a go-getter, and so I feel like that right there just gave me real motivation. Like I could actually play this level, and that's why I made the transition.
What has camp been like for you? Obviously, a lot of people, when they talk about Sean Lewis in San Diego State or just his time as a head coach or coordinator, is they play with such tempo. One of the quickest offenses, obviously, in America, which will impact the defense as well. What type of conditioning have you had to, get into for yourself to get ready for what's to come here playing at this tempo?
The tempo, they do it at practice. The offense, they go really fast, and whenever we have scrimmages, a team can compete. And so that right there is basically getting us ready for whenever we get into these fast games. And I feel like our guys probably do it the fastest I've ever seen. Like they'll snap the ball and they'll already be down and ready. So they're most definitely getting us ready for whenever it comes to the season. And that's why I like about our offense in the way that Coach Lewis did this. Our defense basically prepared for this because not a lot of teams will be prepared for our fast offense.
Dalesean, when you were at UNI, there was one game, I think it was against Youngstown State last year, where you got to return a kickoff. Was that by design, and is there any chance we get to see you in a position like that again?
That right there was just all pure playing football. You see the ball, go get the ball. The ball was kicked towards me. I was going ahead and scooped it up and try my best to get as deep down the field. Hopefully they put me there. Hopefully they see that. I'm on kickoff right now. And when they put our hand teams out there, I hope they can see that I can actually get the ball. And I feel like that right there could most definitely, they most definitely see that. So, yeah, hopefully.
So, okay, but before you go, you're out of Kansas City, and I'm not sure if you grew up there or not, but I'm assuming you're a Chiefs fan. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir. Diehard Chiefs fan. Ever since Matt Castle, Jamal Charles, Ali Johnson, Larry Johnson is one of my favorite running backs. Yes, I am a diehard Chiefs fan. There's no bandwagon out here. I am a diehard Royals fan. I'm sorry.
All right.
But,
well, that has been a good couple of years for you. Favorites again? I mean, are the Chiefs going to do this again in 2024?
Yeah. Say that again, sir.
Are the Chiefs going to win another one here this upcoming year?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. I'm sorry. The Red Sea is coming back to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sorry for all the football fans. San Francisco fans, I'm sorry. But, yes, Mahomes is going to do his thing, and hopefully we get to see the Red Sea in Kansas City again.
Dalesean Staley, appreciate you doing it. We're excited to have you on the Mesa. We're looking forward to, again, the opener against Texas A&M Commerce. Fan Fest is coming up on Saturday. It's good to have you out here in San Diego, and thanks for joining us today on San Diego Sports 760.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.